Hey guys, welcome back to OceanGemTarot. Sorry about the shaking. We are about to get into it. There's a lot of messages coming through. Did some meditation, grouping together. We are going to see if we get a notification today. Hopefully it goes out. It's going to be an awesome message. Awesome, a lot of messages. So it makes sense, but it makes sense. You know what I mean? Let's see. I guess our notifications did not go off. Lo and behold, good old YouTube. All right. Let's see. Let me get my life together right quick. We're going to get there, I swear. I have a couple messages. So I was seeing somebody come back from the past, old friend, possibly reconnecting through kind of like a third-party site, social media site, however you want to call it. But anyways, it's cool. I feel like this is going to be a good thing, not a bad thing, something fun, light, and airy. Also heard I'm in it for a good time, not a long time. That's for somebody. You guys will know what that means. Sorry, guys. Yes, son. Okay. And then I have a few messages pre-pulled. It's unexplained wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring within your life. All your prayers are answered now. But then we also have like earth. I feel like this is kind of like unearth. It's this kind of looks like a seed, but at the same time, it's in a desert. I feel like it's learning how to be human, but it's in the world, but being in the world and not of it. I feel like that's the fine line you guys are learning. Hey, Jojo, how are you? I feel like this is kind of a lesson. This is something you've had to learn how to be able to shift and adapt to, like kind of letting things roll off your shoulders, right? Because then we also have reflection. Illusion, self-examination, and distortion. I feel like somebody was having a distorted reflection of themselves, and that realization came through, which this being in the world and not of it. I feel like you guys are meant to have a positive influence in the world, because I feel like your manifestations that did say like those are coming in. You enjoy the wonders of the world here. We have on the bottom of this deck, keep it in check, paying attention to what's going on around you. You might not be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. So some of you guys need to slow down a little bit. I see somebody kind of like putting the brakes on things, slowing it down, seeing things as they flow by, not jumping too quickly. I feel like this is a new opportunity. I'm crossing my legs. That could be coming in your way, but you don't want to rush into it, because I feel like if you rush into one opportunity, a better opportunity is going to come along. And it's going to be the opportunity that you want. So really evaluating what's going on around in your life. Jamie, hey babe. What else do we have? Clearing the access. You're entering a transitional phase, and it would best benefit you to clear away access clutter, whether it's your physical body or within your physical space. Some of you guys need to get those things out of your house that you don't use anymore. People, person, places, or things. I don't necessarily mean using people, but if people need to have an exit out of your life because they ran their season, I feel you need to clear it so that other things can come in. Somebody needs to know that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. You might be feeling like at this point things are happening to you, but that's not the case. Full moon can shine its light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from fears in your soul or your soul's beauty. Don't resist those changes. I feel like somebody might be kind of pulling away from it because it's uncomfortable. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. See somebody going in and kind of like talking down about yourself. It's kind of like you're talking to someone, but you're going, I don't know if it's an interview or just a situation, a meeting. I just heard court. But But it's like you're looking down upon yourself or your situation or thinking that it can't be pulled through. Just know that it will. That's that kind of letting things roll off your shoulders here. We have empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what is not yours. You guys are absorbing other people's energy. Somebody might be sending negative energy to you. So I feel like you guys might be aware of that or more aware of your emotions. And so you can tell that, okay, you sit back and you think, you know, is this my energy or is it not my energy? And realizing that it's not your energy and transcending it. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you, being your true self, not imposing negative doubts about yourself. Or it's kind of like, especially with that, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, right? It's like you're going after these things, you know it's for you, you know it's coming in, but then you're doubting. Don't doubt things because none of it matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Find a common ground with somebody. If you guys, I see somebody arguing, there's an argument, there's a kind of like a tug of war that's going on. But I feel like there's something that is a void. Stop, embrace the winter, a great cosmic wound. Sometimes you have to go within. You may feel like you need to slow things down, just do the fact, because you know the winter things die, but at the same time it's just slowing down so it can rebloom. Let things replenish in your life and rebloom. In fact, activate. When I say evacuate, somebody needs to evacuate where they are. You're going to be evacuating. Something to do, I don't know, it's natural disaster or possibly, I don't know, plumbing issues or something. I see an apartment and I heard asbestos. There's something for some of you guys there that's going on. Somebody needs to check their area for mold, or you might be trying to get put in a position, but you know the place needs a total, facelift because there's mold in places. And I just heard integrity. So that's going to make sense to someone. You can't tell somebody the false truth due to your integrity, even though they want you to bring people in, something possibly sales or something of that nature. Power places, these like laying lines, trust where you're led. I feel like there's a light shining down. Your guides are guiding you to wherever this is. You might feel apprehensive about it. It could be a move. You might be thinking it's going to be really bad, but in reality, it's where you're supposed to be. It's magical. There's going to be a light that shined on it. Some of you guys are working on developing your gifts, soul gifts, and training. It's time to step up. Some of you guys have been ignoring this, and that could be what this pushback is, ignoring your spiritual gifts that are coming in. Because it's tricky. You may not understand it. You may be getting headaches. Somebody is ignoring their guides because it's like, I don't know if you guys have ever had it. There's like a muscle spasm with inside your eardrum, but it sounds like somebody's like tapping inside your eardrum, like a dull. But it's just because your spirit guides, it's like it's trying to open you up so you can hear what's actually going on around you. It's a new gift. Either that or they're trying to get your attention because you're ignoring what they're telling you in order to move forward. You guys are silly. We have messenger, the Cyrus energy, bringing harmony and balance. I feel like this is balance. I feel like your ancestors are guiding you to make it balanced, right? You're receiving the light and standing by your ground. Somebody has, because I'd seen this, somebody has an Egyptian heritage. You may not know, or you may be aware of it. So you may have extra gifts that you're attuned to, but those gifts also scare you. Some of you guys, I heard like the DNA.com, whatever that is, where they trace your DNA. Somebody's going to find out that they have Egyptian heritage. Interesting. But that's going to play a significant part within like how you move, because it's going to gain you an understanding. I heard like an aha type moment. I dig it. Let's see. I feel like you guys are learning how to release those things that aren't no longer good for you. There's something you're giving birth to. You're learning how to dance through the storm. You're moving with the wind. and the tides, where they're going, where they're guiding you. Because we have movement, will of life, path of least resistance. Learning not to take the hard road, because some of you are like, that's too easy. That's not the way for me to go. So you take the hard road instead of taking the easy way. We got to make it make sense. Sometimes you need to quit resisting so much and take that path that's being given to you. This could be an offer that's being given to you. You're like, nah, that's too easy. There's something up about that. But in reality, there's not. Not everything has to be hard. You know, making life more difficult than what it really is. And for some reason, I just heard a hard head makes a soft butt. Maybe you guys have fallen down a lot, but it's because you put that path of resistance and you want to resist it and take the hard road. So Spirit's like, all right, I guess you need to learn. We had the dream. We had this also in a previous read. Something's going to be revealed, an insight and a breakthrough. I feel like you guys are going to realize what this is that's going on, and something about a past life or life path numbers. Some of you guys need to look at your life path numbers and your south node. Your cosmic records are going to be significant, especially with that. I think I'll grab past life cards here as well. But anyways, we have Ganesha. I hope I said that right. It is clearing the way of obstacles, protection, and guidance. You guys are definitely being guided here. There's just some things. I feel like you guys are putting the boulders in your road and then having to go around them. Like you're throwing it in your road and then going around it, but you are protected. Does that make sense? Sacred heart, passion, love, and spiritual communication. Some of your guys are feeling like you need to communicate with them more, and the more will open you up. I have tension right here in my head. Some of you guys might be having headaches, or right here. Your third eye is opening up. I feel like you guys are seeing the points that I'm saying, but then at the same time, you're like, that's not me. But later on, you're going to be like, well, I get it. I get it now. Just because that's what I'm hearing. We have night one, facing your fears, subconscious release, and healing. There's some things that you need to clear out, that you need to heal. Some things that you may feel like you're over, but you're not really over. You're still kind of carrying it with you, or reflecting to the past, but yet at the same time, you're feeling that you're over it. You might be over it, but you're still carrying the baggage, if that makes sense. Moonlight goddess, repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. A lot of that has to do with healing. Healing from something in the past. Could have been a traumatic event. It could be something that you carried on through from a past life. And so that's why you keep repeating cycles, because you're pushing back against the guidance, even though you know which way you need to go, because you've already learned this lesson before. Somebody is going to come into your life and you're going to feel like you've known them before. Just heard karmic. It's a lesson that's going to be brought before you, kind of like a test, a challenge to see if you've learned the lesson. You're going to notice the signs and the red flags. You don't have to be mean, but there's somebody that you might need to steer clear of. And I just heard Leo, Libra, and Aquarius. Winter's end, regeneration, rebirth, and positive outcome. Confirmation. Let's see. Your Cancer South Node. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you've been having the knocking in your ear, like, hello, listen to me. I'm right here. Let's see. We have another thing. It's like Father of the Sky. This is also Atlantis. Something is very significant about Atlantis energy. Look up the spiritual meaning of Atlantis. It's like the lost world, supposedly. I released the weight of the world off my shoulders. Something about being free. Somebody needs to get in water. I don't know if this is a pool I'm seeing. There's light waves. This could be ocean, or maybe a wave pool. I don't know, but there's something of like, you guys need to immerse yourself in water and just relax, sit back. I see somebody's like, I'm going to drink to that. We have a fallen star of shame. I no longer hide my face. I step into the light with love. Some of you guys may be being ashamed of yourself, or maybe I see somebody with a scar and they like to keep it covered up. Scars are battle wounds. They're character. Embrace it. I have a lot of them. This could be with this, like what you need to release. Release the shame if you have shame about anything because you have visible scars. The scars are the things that you've been through, right? Those are lessons that you've learned. But at the same time, don't be ashamed of anything you've been through because it's brought you where you're at today. That's how these manifestations are coming in because you've had to learn a lot along the way, right? And that's how you also like you appreciate the blessings that you do have. Because if you never had challenges, then you would never know when you're blessed, right? I no longer dim my light. I shine bright for all to see. I feel like that's how you guys are right now. It's like you're no longer hiding behind who you were. You're being who you are. And then we have this. This is cool. The ever unfolding rose. Cracked open. It's happened for you, not to you. That's double confirmation. Because I just said, it's also what is brought to you is for you. That's all confirmation of what this entire reading is, right? Not being ashamed of who you are, being in the world, but not of the world. You guys have blessings coming to you, reflection, letting go of those past things that might still have a hold of you, overcoming kind of like past life lessons, like breaking the change, breaking free from that what binds you. There's something about floating a river. I don't know if somebody lives around Texas or just a river that they like to float and drinking and having fun and kind of like hanging out with friends and crossing the lakes. Somebody just needs some sunshine. Somebody's indoors too much. Somebody needs some vitamin D. You might be feeling kind of depressed, but you're not honestly depressed. It's because you need the sun in your life. You need a little bit of sunshine. What is that song? Little bit of sunshine in my life. Do. Little bit of you and me, something by your side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody needs to just get that. It'll make you more like vibrant, happy. Your body needs sun to live. Somebody needs to learn how to say no. Things are being postponed because you need to get something out of your life. You need to learn to say no. There's something you need to say no to that's coming up, but I feel like you're feeling your soul that it's not a good opportunity. This opportunity is going to be tempting. It's definitely going to be tempting here. It's going to have that kind of devil energy, that seduction, right? But this person, this thing, it's going to be a broken promise. Make sure you keep an eye on your contracts. If it's a contract you're going to sign, make sure you pay attention to the fine writing. Moving out into the world, doubt and fear. Don't doubt yourself. Somebody's like kind of apprehensive about this. It makes a big difference. But somebody's channeling, having channeled messages. It's like a double mission. You're here for one thing and you're also here for another thing. Taking on the duality, right? Channeling and uplifting humanity. That could be, I feel like we also have those cards that came out that was like, you're the light. You're here to be the light. No longer doubting yourself or living like ashamed of things that you cannot change. Somebody may have wanted you. Somebody may have projected that shameful energy onto you. But the thing is like the transcending that energy, right? Somebody who's ready to go home. Somebody needs to visit home. They're longing for home. I think this might be overseas. The original light workers be longing for home. Some of you guys might be of the light. You may feel like this place is not your place as far as like Earth. That's going to make sense to somebody. It's like it's here, you're here, but at the same time, you don't feel like this is home. That's for someone. The age of the light, you've been training for this all your life. Something's coming to you again. Egyptian heritage, that Egyptian background, tapping into life. There's something there for you guys that you need to look into. And some of you guys need to learn, like, what are your triggers? What is it triggering you? Because also there's something in that you need to figure out why it triggers you every time, and then transcend from it because you have an ascension coming up or you're going through. What is this? Unexpected wonder. Enjoying the wonder of it all. Yeah, the magician. Somebody might be a Gemini, magician card, working your magic, tapping into the magical side of things. There's something about infinity going on. Infinity of love, infinity of abundance. Because we have that wheat in the background here. That's our dandelion. Somebody dandelions might be very specific to you guys. And somebody might have an astrological tattoo, but it's learning how to tap into the energies that are flowing on around you. And I feel like you guys are, and that you have been, but that's what's bringing these manifestations in. It's like you've learned the lesson, you come about it, you're ready, right? But Spirit's like, don't take the hard road. It's here. I'm giving this to you. This is a job well done. You deserve this. Hey, Carla, how are you, love? Yeah, you guys have a celebration coming in, most definitely. We have the Magician and the Four of Wands. This could be a celebration of something new coming in. You could be going to a party. This could be your wedding. This could be a celebration of how far you've come. But I feel like it's a celebration of these manifestations that are coming in because you guys have learned how to tap into like the universe and work with the magics from within. That's going to make sense to somebody. Yeah, Six of Wands. You guys are being recognized, or you're going to be recognized. Ooh, we have the World, and then the Devil fell in reverse. Why? Because you're starting a new beginning, and you're no longer falling for that devil-like energy. See, and that fell right in between the double mission and also the falling star, which is like somebody was trying to make you feel ashamed, right? But you stepped into your light with love, right? Somebody wanted you to hide your face or hide who you are, but you can't hide who you are, right? It's like by you being you're serving the world. You're helping other people. You're a light worker here, right? Celebration in the world. If you guys can see that. Starting a new beginning. There's her prosperity. Somebody needs to teach their children how to swim or make sure they have floaties on, especially if they're going to be around a pool. It doesn't even matter if they're staying in the shallow end or in the kiddie pool, because kids sometimes, they move around. So somebody, either you need to teach your children how to swim or make sure that they have a life jacket on or something. That's for somebody. The Sun, the happiest card in the whole entire deck. I feel like that when you have the celebrations, and look at that, 10 of Cups. You guys, the wishes are coming in. They're coming true. But I mean, that's just double confirmation. And look at that, 10 of Pentacles, abundance. We had 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, the World. Look at that. Again on the bottom, 10 of Cups. I feel like you guys have been through a lot of heartache in your life because we have the Three of Swords. It's on the bottom there. But learning how to overcome that. And by learning how to overcome that and not falling back into past cycles that you've probably learned and been through over and over again in past lives, right? Learning how to walk away from that and not falling to those temptations that's made you balance. Look, yin yang. Creating harmony through the balance. Learning how to balance things. Some of you guys need to get amethyst. Learning how to avoid conflict. We have Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Some of you guys might be used to that conflicted energy, like somebody always coming just like, like they always have a chip on their shoulder here. Learning how to walk away from that, move into the light here. Our median energy, adventure, say yes to change. Not making it hard, just accept it. Not everything has to be hard. I feel like your guides, your ancestors, like, geez, just accept it. Let's go. 555. That's also a number of like challenges and lessons. Moving through the challenges. Look, we have Hermit, gaining that wisdom, insight that fell on the devil, not falling into it, right? No longer looking the Two of Wands, looking out there, waiting, yearning for something new, but actually getting out there and going after it, right? Look, the Wheel of Fortune, a new cycle that's beginning. New cycles in life, new cycles in love. And I just heard a new cycle within yourself. Not being this temptress or falling into this temptress, right? Seeing past the broken promises. Sometimes you might feel apprehensive because you actually see what's going on. And then that's the case. That's the card that you were supposed to say no to, but then you go along an easier path. Somebody might have Mars connection. Could be your ruling planet. Yeah, looking at the moon, seeing what's not seen, tapping into that. I'm having downloads. Tapping into that subconscious to know why it is you do the things that you do, and learning how to change that around so you don't repeat those things. 7 of Swords. Somebody's scouting out and changing their strategy here, and that's what you needed to learn. Being able to be a chameleon, I just heard being bendy. Being able to adapt to change and be like, whoop, sliding on the other direction. Yeah, because you guys are looking out on the horizon, you know that your ship's coming in out there on the ocean. I know my ship is coming in. It's very pertinent at this time. Like, you know it's coming in, right? Somebody might have tribal tattoos or have a tribal background. Page of Pentacles, starting something new that's going to be extremely abundant that you're going to love. It's going to be your wish fulfillment, but at the same time, you have to go after it. You can't just say, well, I know it's coming in, and never go after it, right? Because we have somebody that's procrastinating and somebody that's really going for it, just riding the wave. I see somebody surfing, like, just riding the wave. We got this. Oh, okay, that didn't work out. Well, let's just move on over here. That's awesome. Somebody might be tempted by a new relationship that might be moving a little bit too quickly, or there's something new that's just moving in. 3 of Cups. There's going to be like fellowship, love, people, communication, something new, some kind of celebrating, talking, all that good stuff. All that jazz. I showed the song, and all that jazz. Somebody might have danced like jazz dance when they were younger. They might do it now. You might be a dancer. I heard this song. Somebody may like be very playful because I heard this song. I'm a private dancer. Maybe somebody's in that field. I don't know. Do what you love and love what you do. That's all I got to say. Not my monkey, not my circus. On the bottom. This might have been bad. I don't know. This is Greco-Roman. Somebody might have had be from Romania, live in Greece, have a Romanian background in your past life, which is a lot of challenges. There were a lot of wars. You gained a lot of wisdom. Tap into that wisdom. I feel like your past lives to now, you've had to learn how to not repeat those cycles, but you've also had this uncanny sense of knowing and having that wisdom. Somebody's spirit animal might be a unicorn. You might have a lot of unicorn stuff around you, especially within your love life. I feel like you guys have like possibly had a lot of hardships in your love life, but you're learning those things that are not healthy so you don't repeat those cycles, so that you don't have to continue kind of like reliving the past or repeating the mistakes that were once made by like your parents and things of that nature, because that's what you've seen growing up. No longer making excuses about why you are the way you are, but taking responsibility. Authority figures. Some of you guys might have been a judge in a past life, an authority figure. Learning how to take authority over your life here. Somebody might need to write a book. You might have been a writer in a past life, scribe, taking notes on those things that you need to. Somebody needs to journal. That helps you get it out. And I feel like then you connect the dots. Transition, spontaneous. Or spouse. Somebody's had a lot of transition in their spouses in the past. But I feel like you've learned how to transition, not settling for something that's not for you. I just heard arranged marriage. Maybe you guys are no longer settling for that, settling for second best. Somebody that's not really for you. Because if you look at this, it's like he's looking off. Like he doesn't really want to be there. You might be into it. They're really not. Just kind of, I start doing it for the kids. Doing it because it makes sense financially. But you guys deserve more than that. So it's like learning that lesson. I feel like these were hard lessons to learn that you had to learn how to get past in this life as well. Right? Not looking at everything as a dollar. I feel like you guys might feel like you've been persecuted in the past. These are all things that you've had to learn. That's put you where you're at today. Like you might like always feel like you're the one that they're always on, right? Somebody might have a lot of people in their house, but yet you're the one that pays all the bills. And so, but yet at the same time, they try to act like they run things. And always making you out to be the bad person. Somebody needs to clean people out of their house, if that makes sense. There's too many people. Get rid of the roommates. You can do this on your own. Somebody might be worried about financial because I see like, I don't know how I'm going to pay all the bills by myself. Start apartment shopping or something of that nature. Because I feel like once you get all the people out of your house, you realize you have a lot more money than what you thought you had. Somebody who has Native American heritage, or you've learned how to tap into that from the past, different spiritual beliefs, or tapping into spirit, learning how to follow the guidance, which maybe you ignored in a past life. I just heard medicine man. Somebody was a medicine man in a past life. Somebody feels one with nature because that's what they were in tune to. Somebody needs to possibly I heard ask permission, but you need to go outside. Hugging a tree, ask them for permission. Everything has life, the tree of life. It's going to make sense to someone. Knighthood. Somebody might have been a knight, seen a lot of battles in their lifetime. So they carry that conflict with them because they went through a lot of battles in the past. I heard early 1800s. 1450 might be significant. Knight in shining armor over like England vibes. But there's a lot of conflict. You've seen a lot of death. But that chaos, you had to learn why you always bring in chaos and have a lot of conflict within your life that's coming from your past life because you're taking it with you. Like you're really defensive. Somebody needs to let go of all that defensive energy because that's not currently your energy. That stuff that's kind of tagged on through you, we need to let go of from the past, right? Look at that confirmation. medicine man or woman. Somebody was a medicine man or a medicine woman. And I feel like that's why you have more spiritual gifts, but yet now you're scared to tap into those gifts. But previously you were one with those gifts. That's why Spirit's trying to get your attention. You have special gifts you need to tap into, and don't be afraid of them because you had control over them before. Confirmation. That's cool, right? Some of you guys might, I don't know, this sounds bad. I don't mean it in a bad way, but like a food addiction, or you binge eat, or you store a lot of food. That's because in the past life, you were hungry, you were really poor. And so now you're afraid of running out of food, or you just like food a whole lot. Like it's your comfort thing. Like when you have a bad day, you run to food, something like that. But it's just because in the past, you were really poor. You didn't have a lot of food. Somebody might have died of hunger. And so now in this life, you fall back on food. Like that's your comfort. You store kind of like a food hoarder in a way. Like you have to have everything stocked. If it gets even a little bit low, you have to make sure you have more food. But in the reality is like you have a bunch of food that might be expired. So somebody needs to clean out their pantry and the fridge for expired dates, because you have so much you may not realize it's expired because you're afraid of running out. That's for somebody. So that's your past life spiritual life. If you guys would please smash the like button, subscribe, turn on notification bell. Yeah. Please and thank you. Don't let pride in your way. Somebody's very prideful. This could go back to, for some reason I keep seeing that knife card that I looked at. What other messages do we have from Spirit? All in all, this is great. I know it's longer than normal, but hey, words of wisdom, things to know. Somebody has phobias they need to overcome. I don't know who that's for, but that's for somebody because it'll make you more free. But like these phobias aren't from the now, they're from the past. A win-win outcome is forecasted. Bam. Full moon in Libra. I dig it. Take time to breathe out. Some of you guys need to take time, take it slow, and just breathe, regroup, because great things are coming in. Because you have the win-win outcome is forecast, and don't try to rush to the end. Enjoy the process, because you're also learning and you're taking that time so you don't take something whenever something better that is for you is coming in. If it's brought to you, it's for you. But I feel like you're going to have many options. Look at that. Your hard work is paying off. Answers you need are coming. So we have new moon in Capricorn, full moon in Gemini. Ooh, look at this. Double Gemini, new moon in Gemini. Communication is the key. Anything. If you're a Gemini, you know how to use your mouthpiece. I know that much. And I feel like it's coming in. I feel like you guys are intrigued, like in gaining wisdom, knowing about a property before you go to it, knowing about something before you go to it. Maybe it's a house. Somebody needs to water their foundation because I'm seeing cracks. I feel like this is physical. Somebody may notice like doors aren't shutting correctly. But there's something about watering the foundation so it doesn't crack. Somebody, if you're buying a house, I heard house inspection. Make sure they inspect the foundation thoroughly because it might have cracks. And you don't want to buy something with a faulty foundation because it's expensive to repair. Work through your fears. Yeah, I feel like that's what you guys have been doing, learning how to tap into things. Being afraid is just change. So embrace the fear because that's when exciting things happen. The only thing to fear is fear itself, because fear, the only reason you fear it because it's something new. And if you turn down everything new because you're scared, you're never going to fully live your life and embrace the things and experience new things that you could have experienced. And that's what makes life exciting. What else do we have? Numerology. It's a time for healing. I feel like you guys are healing that past. That's when the new is coming in. Or there's still some things that need to be healed that might have bubbled up to the top. It's like hydrogen peroxide. It's like killing the germs that bubbles up to the top. I feel like somebody needs to use hydrogen peroxide to get stains out of clothing, but it's also like the hydrogen peroxide is able to get, it's just like a, metaphorically speaking, it's like you're using it like those things that were deep set in are bubbling up to the top and washing clean. It's like killing the bad, like removing it and washing it out. Meditate and contemplate. Meditation. Somebody's having dreams that they need to listen to because those dreams are guidance. But somebody also needs to look into the meaning of their dreams and they'll have a deeper understanding. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon of Sagittarius. I feel like that is significant to somebody. It's kind of self-explanatory. Look at the whole picture instead of a fragment of it. What is it that you truly want? Show the world the real you by being you. And we had that in the past too. Like earlier in the read type past, that's what's going to make you shine. Standing out, which is good. Why do you want to be ordinary? Go be extraordinary. You're very close to achieving your goals. I love it. So that's what I have. What do you guys think of this bulk of wisdom messages? Let me know if you like the read. We are going to end it there. I feel like I want to grab, if I can find the cards that I want, a few more messages, like oracle type. You love it? Love you too. All right, we'll grab these two oracle cards right quick. Enjoy the journey. Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and around you. These changes are not only good, but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. Live in the present. Every step counts. I love it. I'll show you that. There is an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully and consider your options. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. All right, that's what I have for you guys. So stay epic, stay awesome, stay fabulous. If you want a personal, all the information is in the description. So shoot me an email. I would be honored to read for you guys. And until next time, I hope you guys have an epic day. So namaste, and I'll see you again.